What's up, everybody? Jason with HOJ Forge. Let's answer some questions today. So before we get to that, big favor, I have once again redesigned my website. The service or the program I was using, the company isn't supporting that program anymore. They're not doing web design programs, so I had to move on to something else. And so I went to one of the more popular ones, Joomla, if you have to know. And so I just redesigned everything. It should be up and running pretty efficiently as of the posting of this video. So if you can go check it out, and let me know if you're checking it out on a computer or on a mobile, and let me know how it looks, how the features are working. I've got a gallery, I've got a calendar. There's nothing on the calendar for this year yet, but it's up there, and you know, sales pages and all kinds of stuff. So if you can check that out, that would be great. Thanks. And then for the video today, I've got a couple of orders I've got to whip out, some Ulus and things like that. So I'm going to fire up the Forge here, but I thought rather than just doing another boring Ulu video, because I've already done 2 or 3 of them, I thought I'd answer some questions from the videos and the Facebook pages and stuff that I get a lot of. So we'll call this an FAQ, and I'll do some forging in between answering questions. So I'm going to fire up the Forge and we'll get going here. Alright, so I'm waiting for the coal to catch, and figured I'd start with some of the basics here. One of the questions I get asked the most is who are some of the other channels, some of the other blacksmiths that I subscribe to and that I watch. And I put together a big old list of the ones that came to mind, starting with Chandler Dickinson. He's the one that got me convinced that I might actually be able to make a couple of bucks doing this. And I went to my first craft show however many years ago it was, because Chandler was talking, you know, hey, you can do it. And I said, yeah, I can do it. So I did. Alex Steele was one of them I watched early on. I don't watch a whole lot of his videos nowadays because he's gotten more into the entertainment side of things rather than the teaching side of things. His videos are definitely entertaining. I just don't have the time to watch if I'm not going to learn anything. Black Bear Forge, great. Christ-Centered Ironworks, there's a channel for you. I was doing a little bit with the business side of blacksmithing. The husband and wife team that do Christ-Centered Ironworks, they get way more in depth than I ever did. Torbjorn Amen, I hope I said your name right. Subscribe to him. Peapoddy One, Joey Vandersteeg, love it when he does a video. Shepherd's Forge, doesn't have a whole ton of videos up there yet, but I suggest you check out his channel because he's where I was, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever. You know, he's gonna surpass me any day now, but it's kind of fun to see how he's grown. Big Dog Forge, great, very, very teachable. Daniel Moss, fantastic videos. Northwoods Forge, that's Dave McConnell, who I went to visit with the hammer. Has been on Forged and Fire. He's got a channel. And then Christopher Freese at Freese Forge is another one. So I will try to put all of these in the description. If I can take the time to find the links and everything, I'll put them all down there, and you can go check them out at your leisure. Oh, and I'm sure there's more. I'm just not thinking about it. Oh, you know who else? Purgatory Ironworks. Subscribe to them. Everybody that I subscribe to, I'll try and put links into the channel, even if I didn't name them in the video here. handle's done, so while I'm waiting for that blade to heat up, I figured we'd go over some more questions. Justin Caruso says, or asks, what do you quench in? He was watching one of the older videos when I was quenching in transmission fluid, which not the best in the world. I thought it was. When I first started, there's a local guy around me who, I don't think he's making knives anymore, but he did for a long time, and he told me that's what he always used, showed me a few things, and sure enough, he was quenching in transmission fluid, and so I took it and ran with it. Since then, I've learned some other things. Canola oil quenches faster and makes the blades harder than the transmission fluid, and it's not as noxious, and it doesn't bug my wife, the smell of the transmission fluid burning. Really bugged her, so yeah, canola oil's better. If you can get some actual quench oil, that'd be even better than the canola oil. Dale Westland asked, what steel do I use for my tongs? Just mild steel, generally, because I tend to quench them a lot, and the one time I made some out of, I want to say it was a traction bar or something out of my Jeep, and I finished them up, and I was doing something with the, you know, and I quenched them, and the next time I didn't quench them, but I mean I went to cool them off, and I guess they were too hot, because the next time I went to hit something that they were holding, the whole end of the tongue just snapped, so it got hardened. So yeah, mild steel. So that is cooling off enough so I can grind it. I'm going to try the contact wheel. You know, I do these Ulus on the side. I'm thinking the contact wheel might work really well for those. Anyways, let's do some more questions. Where did I leave off? SV Sugar Magnolia. Do I have a video about my propane forge? No, I do not. I sort of built that one. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, decided on the burner I wanted to use. I think they're all valid. I think they all work, you know, to varying degrees, but the ones I chose I found right on YouTube. I don't know if I can find a link to that video. If I can, I'll put it in the description. Otherwise, just do your research. I used some Kaowool, some refractory cement, and an old helium, like the kind you get from Party Giant and all those, just a little helium tank. And that was what I did. I'd like a larger one, so I will build a larger one, and I'll film that one though, but that might be a while. DLB Knives says, you don't consider your shop clean, do you? This is in response to one of my last videos where I was showing the camera around, saying that I had a clean shop, or it was clean. No, it's not clean yet, but as you can see, it's much cleaner than it was. I got all my belts hung up for the grinder. Toolbox is starting to get straightened out, so clean, no, but getting better every time I work on it. All I can say about using that contact wheel for doing that, first time I've ever really used it, you know, besides testing it when I was setting it up, and man, that thing is slick. I'm so glad I bought one of those. It took 10 minutes, maybe, to get this ground where normally it would take me probably 20-25 minutes to get it where I want it. So yeah, big fan of the big contact wheel. All right, more questions. John Chambers asks, do you have a website? I do. There's links up. There's links below in the description. I've got links on the home page of this. It's the new website, so yeah, I mean, I think everything's working, so it should get you there. But I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Pinterest a little bit. So you can find me. Google me. You'll find me. Peter Boleg asks, what borax or flux do I prefer? It's kind of a trick question. I use borax as flux. It's 20 Mule Team, the stuff you get in the laundry aisle. Do I prefer it? I don't know. It's all I've ever used. So, well, I say when I've visited other forges, I've used whatever they've had, which some of them I don't know. So, do I prefer anything over the other? What I've used has worked, whether it's borax or anything else. So, preference, I don't know. It works. Alright, well, there she is, another Ulu all done, and shaving sharp, and they'll be very happy with it. So, let's finish up the questions here. Did I finish that page? What borax or flux do I prefer? Yes, okay, so what do my knives cost? Depends on which knife you buy, they vary. The herb chopper I just did is 50 bucks. Spike knives are usually around 50 bucks. Those aren't real knives, of course, but you get into, you know, some bird and trout knives in the 125 to 150 range. The Damascus knives usually start around 200, and the most expensive knife I've sold was for $550. So there's the range for me. A guy named Dave was complaining that I was a sloppy smith and asked why I talk so much in my videos. Sorry I'm sloppy, Dave. I'm sure you're not watching because of my terse response to you, but in case you are, I talk so much in my videos because I'm trying to do my best to teach what little bit I know to those who are watching my videos, so I like to explain a lot. I talk for a living. I'm a DJ on a radio station. It's what I do. Why do I call it Damascus when I know good and well it's not Damascus? Again, it's debatable on whether pattern welded steel is Damascus steel or not. It depends on where you decide the term was coined. There's no solid evidence one way or the other. I understand the people that are saying it has to be made in a crucible, yada 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 yada. We don't get into it here. Any pattern welded steel we call Damascus, just because it's a common accepted vernacular of it these days. Two Outdoors, or TW Outdoors, asked, at the craft shows what sells best? Depends on the craft show. Some days it's hooks, some days it's bottle openers, some days it's knives. The last craft show I did, I sold 4 knives. 2 Damascus ones. I mean, I made, within the first hour, I sold about $500 worth of knives. So it just depends on the show. Make a little bit of everything because you never know what is going to be popular that day. And last question that I wrote down, do I offer classes? I will be. I've mentioned that before, that I'm trying to get this place cleaned up so that it is safe to have other people in. I'm looking into forming an LLC and getting some liability insurance so that I can offer classes. I think it'll be fun, and yeah, I don't know. We'll get to it when we get to it. I'm just having fun and forging stuff, and it's cold, so I'm going to go in and warm up and edit this video up. Thanks for the first FAQ, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Check out that website. Let me know. Thanks. Bye.